So, we beat... Who did we beat? We beat Lincoln. We beat Lincoln. It's becoming, that's just kind of a scenario, that kind of game where we totally underestimate Lincoln, because Lincoln City in the first half were pressing. But have you noticed when during the second half, they stop pressing, they step back and wait for the ball? That's where their mistakes was, because we scored 2 goals from that, and I'm glad we won that game. That Enzo Maresca, he said in his press conference afterwards, he said that he was angry with the team. He was angry because the cliches, the desire, performance, the energy. But to be honest, he singled out some of the players, saying that, Jamie Glitton never played in League One game against a and Joe Harto, and some of these players who have never played against a League One opposition. He singled them out for some reason. But if I was a manager, I would be collective. Collective. What I mean by collective, saying as a team, saying, the team, it's, we came across a very good opposition in League One, and, we haven't played this kind of games before. Even as a manager, I totally underestimated the opposition. So that's what you need to say. I mean, it just feels like he's trying to deflect some of the criticisms of him, where the real manager would have been like, you know what, credit to the opposition. They tried hard. They tried to, to win the game. They had more energy. They were more hungry than us. Us being Premier League stars, we were, just thought like we can just cruise around and be like, show off our Porsches and Ferraris, whatever cars they have. And I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm glad that Chelsea went to Lincoln, because we only played them 4 times in our history. But it was the first time since 1905, the second time, and that's a long time. So it was a big day, a big event for Lincoln, the city. I've never been there, so if you're from Lincoln, put down a comment or a like or something. I want to congratulate you, because the way you set up the team was almost bang on. So, and the way the style of football, you don't do sideways passing or back to the goalkeeper passing. I like the way you actually play. So, fair enough. I want to say good luck to Lincoln, and I hope that you will progress to the future, wherever you're doing I hope you progress to the Championship one day. So it will be some recent rant. You should see on my videos at the end where I did a rant about we surrendered at Old Trafford, and thinking, oh no, we went down to 10 men, the goalkeeper and everything else. I was going to do a longer form video about that, but we've got so many matches coming up. The season is still young for us, and I'm glad that we gone through to the next round of the League Cup. So yes, this video is a bit of Brighton, Crystal Palace arch rivals, the M25 rivals. I mean, I wish Brighton had a bit more closer rivals to like Worthing, Lewis FC, and Chichester, those kind of rivals, but I know they need to work up throughout the league. So, Brighton are so happy. They are so happy because Chelsea has been their best customers in terms of transfers. So, what I'm saying is, Brighton are low-key very good team. However, they need to realise the signs. They are slowly becoming a Southampton. You know what I mean by Southampton? They are selling their best players. They buy players from nowhere, train them up, get him in the first team, see if he scores a few goals, and then he probably sells to either us, Chelsea, or to Liverpool, or one of the big clubs. And the club is suffering from it, even though they got loads bags of money. But the progress from them has been stalling because, ever since they got into Europe last season or a few seasons ago, they've been stalling on progress. So I've noticed the telltale signs saying that they could be heading down to the Championship. Not this season, maybe the next, or maybe a few seasons ahead. I'm sorry, Brighton fans, but I'm being honest. I do like your club. I do like the way, fair enough, it's in a little bit in the middle of nowhere in Falmer. So, well, it's in Falmer, isn't it? So, I do like the ground. It's just that I just feel like if I'm a Brighton fan, you got one of the best beaches in the UK, the city and everything else. But the team needs to progress. If you want to progress up in the leagues or trying to get into the Conference League consistently, hopefully you can have some European success. So that's one thing I have feel of Brighton. They're a good team on their day, but sometimes they do that. Chelsea need to be wary of Brighton, and Chelsea needs to wean off Brighton and trying to let someone else be Brighton's best customer. So Brighton have got a hotbed of talented players, so to look elsewhere. So Brighton thrashed Barnsley. They went all the way up to Barnsley for their League Cup third round, and they thrashed Barnsley 6-0. But it's priorities of the team. Did they stick to their actual first team, where Chelsea, we rested a lot of our players because we had one eye on the Brighton game? So it's all to find out on Saturday. So, yeah, I just think, I know that I was expecting some of the players like Mark Guerin, some of the players who have been sitting on the bench or hardly in the first team, hopefully get some game experience, and for Maresca to look for options, strikes. Goalkeeper tonight, Jorgensen, I say he's better option, better than Sanchez. But I just can't believe that Sanchez could be starting the game on Saturday because he had his match banned tonight against. So it's a difficult one for me to tell. I'm sure Sanchez is a great player. I I'm sure Sanchez is a great person, but as a goalkeeper, he needs improving. He needs to be confident. He needs to show that he's big and dominate that area. He needs to, improve on everything. So, yeah. Like, why couldn't we keep Petrovic? Petrovic, he's the guy who's gone off to Bournemouth, and I'm thinking he is our much better goalkeeper. I would be a bit more respectful of the team and behave as a proper manager. So, Enzo Maresca, you may have won 2 major trophies. You need to respect and don't get cocky. You know what happened when you get cocky? So, we're playing against Brighton at home. Brighton is not far for them to come to Stamford Bridge on a coach. They may go by private plane, but it depends on the budget they are working with. And, the seagulls, because you know what they're like. They are greedy, just like Brighton fans. So, there you go. So, what I'm hoping to achieve is with my YouTube, and I want to thank for my achievement so far on the channel, 60 subscribers. Thank you for all of you. Thank you for supporting me, and please keep supporting me, because I have grand plans for my channel, because I want to take this channel to Global Blue Army. I want to go around the world, travel to some games. I have some ideas, but if you help me share and like and comment, share it with your friends. When I get to 1,000 subscriber or even more, I will do a proper football series. So everything will be talked about Chelsea. I might be going to some place far-flung places like in Africa. I know where I'm going to start my series from, but you need, hopefully, if you like this content, comment and subscribe and like. Let's do this.